24 American cars you won't believe ever existed. The automotive world is packed with jaw-dropping innovations and unforgettable designs. But then there are cars so wild, so unexpected, that you can't help but wonder, how did this even make it off the drawing board? From futuristic supercars to luxury beasts that broke every rule in the book, we're counting down the most extraordinary and underrated American cars ever made. And trust us, the final car will leave you speechless. Let's dive in. Number 24. Davis Divan. The three-wheeled convertible was built by the Davis Motor Car Company between 1947 and 1949, and only 16 were ever produced. That number includes 2 prototypes and 11 pre-production models, making it a rare gem in the car world. But despite its innovative design, the Divan never made it to full-scale production. Financial mismanagement within the company led to its downfall, leaving the car as more of a collector's curiosity than a commercial success. Today, just 12 of these cars are believed to exist, and they're prized by collectors. When it was launched, the Davis Divan was priced at $1,600. A steal for something so ahead of its time. The plan was to make it affordable and groundbreaking, but the company's financial troubles meant many cars ended up with creditors instead of buyers. Its rarity today is a combination of its limited production and its bold, ahead-of-its-time engineering. The Divan's look was inspired by aircraft design, featuring a steel chassis, an aluminum body, and a removable fiberglass roof. It even had hidden headlights and early disc brakes, features that were far ahead of their time. Inside, a single bench seat could fit 4 people, offering surprising practicality for such a compact car. Now, what about performance? Under the hood, you could find either a 63-horsepower Continental engine or a 47-horsepower Hercules engine. Thanks to its lightweight build, just 2,450 pounds, the Divan could reportedly reach speeds of up to 116 miles per hour, while delivering impressive fuel economy, sometimes hitting 50 miles per gallon. For a post-war car, that was remarkable. Though it was a commercial failure, its unique design and engineering ensured its place in automotive history. Today, it's a collector's dream, with values rising as interest in vintage cars grows. Number 23. Stout Scarab. Let's talk about the Stout Scarab, a car that was decades ahead of its time and is often called one of the first minivans. Built between 1934 and 1939, only 9 of these fascinating vehicles were ever made. Production wasn't consistent, and each Scarab was handcrafted, making every unit unique. With its $5,000 price tag back then, which is around $100,000 today, it was a luxury vehicle targeting the elite. Despite its groundbreaking design, high costs, and limited market appeal meant only a few were sold. Today, just 5 are believed to survive, making it a prized piece of automotive history. The Scarab wasn't just expensive, it was exclusive. Stout marketed it as a luxury car for those who valued individuality, even selling it by invitation only. But that exclusivity came at a cost. Its steep price and slow, hand-built production turned it into more of a niche vehicle than a mainstream success. While it failed as a commercial venture, it succeeded in cementing its place as an icon of innovation. Tom Charda designed the Scarab with a streamlined Art Deco-inspired aluminum body and a rear-mounted Ford V8 engine. The car's interior was just as revolutionary, with movable leather seats and a fold-down table, creating a lounge-like atmosphere. It was essentially a mobile office before the concept even existed. Its futuristic look and layout anticipated what modern minivans would aim to achieve decades later. Powered by a 90-horsepower V8 engine, the Scarab managed decent fuel efficiency for the era, about 18.8 miles per gallon on long trips. Its independent suspension made for a smooth ride, but the design sacrificed rear visibility. Still, for its time, the Scarab offered cutting-edge performance and comfort. So the Stout Scarab was a bold experiment in automotive design. Though it never achieved commercial success, its influence on vehicle functionality and aesthetics is undeniable. Today, collectors and enthusiasts prize the Scarab, not just for its rarity, but for what it represents: innovation and a glimpse into the future of automotive design. Number 22. Norman Timms Special. The Norman Timms Special is a stunning masterpiece of American automotive design and engineering from the late 1940s. Built by engineer Norman Timms between 1947 and 1948, it stands as a one-of-a-kind creation that perfectly balances form and function. With its elegant, streamlined look and innovative features, the Timms Special is more than just a car. It's a symbol of post-war creativity and ambition. Only one Norman Timms Special was ever built, intended as a prototype for a limited series. Unfortunately, mass production never happened, making this car exceptionally rare. Constructed with a hand-formed aluminum body on a tube-framed chassis, the car took about 3 years to complete. While originally thought to be a singular creation, rumors suggest that up to 3 units may exist today, thanks to restoration efforts following periods of neglect. The Timms Special was designed as a sports vehicle, showcasing advanced ideas in both design and performance. It sold at auction for just $17,600 in 2002, but its value has likely skyrocketed since, given its historical importance and the growing interest in unique vintage cars. The car's design was heavily influenced by pre-World War II race cars, featuring flowing lines and an aerodynamic silhouette. Powered by a modified 1948 Buick Straight 8 engine, the Timms Special could reach speeds of up to 120 miles per hour. Impressive for its time. Its body, made from over 100 individual aluminum sheets, was carefully welded to create its sleek profile. The mid-engine layout added to its balance and handling, making it as functional as it was beautiful. The Norman Timms Special also graced the cover of Motor Trend in October 1949, proof of its groundbreaking design. It represents the optimism and innovation of post-war America, where designers were pushing boundaries to create something truly extraordinary. While it lacks modern conveniences, its simplicity and craftsmanship offer a unique driving experience. Number 21. The Chrysler Turbine Car. Produced between 1963 and 1964, this was Chrysler's bold attempt to revolutionize car engines by introducing gas turbine technology. While it never became a mainstream success, it left a mark on automotive innovation. Only 55 Chrysler turbine cars were ever made, and 45 of these were distributed to select drivers across 133 cities as part of a consumer evaluation program. The production wasn't mass-scale, but happened in batches, with the last car completed in October 1964. Today, just 9 of these cars are believed to exist, making them rare and highly valued by collectors. This wasn't a luxury car meant to dominate sales. It was an experimental model designed to test the feasibility of turbine engines in everyday vehicles. Despite its sleek, futuristic design and the versatility of its engine, practical issues like high fuel consumption and inefficiency at lower speeds limited its commercial potential. However, as an innovation showcase, it's a priceless piece of history. Designed by Ghia in Italy, the turbine car had a sleek aerodynamic look inspired by the space age. Its interior was equally modern, featuring amenities like power steering, power windows, and leather seats for a comfortable upscale feel. Chrysler wanted the car to feel as forward-thinking as its engine technology. The car's 130 horsepower gas turbine engine could run on a wide variety of fuels, from diesel to tequila. It delivered an incredibly smooth drive, with 425 pound-feet of torque, ensuring powerful acceleration. However, it struggled with issues like throttle lag, high operating temperatures, and poor fuel efficiency, especially at city driving speeds. These challenges, along with its complexity, made it impractical for widespread use. Though it wasn't a commercial success, the turbine car remains a symbol of the 1960s innovation and ambition. Chrysler's bold foray into alternative powertrains captured the imagination of an era focused on exploring new technologies. Number 20. The Dodge Tomahawk. The Dodge Tomahawk is a unique concept vehicle that blurs the line between motorcycle and car. Produced by Dodge from 2003 to 2006, only 10 units were officially made, making it an extremely rare piece of automotive history. The production was limited, with 9 sold through Neiman Marcus at a price of $555,000 each, marketed as rolling sculptures due to their lack of street legality. Today, it's estimated that only a few of these vehicles survive, with most believed to be in private collections or museums, reflecting its status as a limited production masterpiece, rather than a mass-produced vehicle. At launch, the Tomahawk's price was significant for its time, equating to over $700,000 today when adjusted for inflation. In the current market, collectors value surviving models at $500,000 to $1 million, depending on condition and provenance. While there have been no major auction results for the Tomahawk due to its rarity, private sales have highlighted its desirability among automotive enthusiasts. But what about performance? The Tomahawk features a striking design powered by an 8.3-liter V10 engine from Dodge Viper, producing 500 horsepower and capable of theoretical speeds up to 300 miles per hour. However, it was never tested beyond 100 miles per hour due to safety concerns. The vehicle's construction included custom-milled components from aluminum billets, showcasing advanced engineering techniques. While not practical for everyday use, the Tomahawk offers an exciting ownership experience characterized by its extreme design and engineering. Its rarity and uniqueness make it a prized item among collectors, despite its impracticality as a street vehicle. As a collector's item, the Tomahawk is likely to appreciate in value over time due to its limited production and iconic status within automotive history. Its future in the collector market remains bright as enthusiasts continue to seek unique and rare vehicles. Number 19. Chevrolet Corvair. Produced by Chevrolet from 1960 to 1969, the Corvair stood out for its rear-engine air-cooled design, which was rare for American cars. With over 1.8 million units made, it came in various styles, including sedans, coupes, convertibles, and even unusual vans. The first generation from 1960 to 1964 was a big hit, with more than 1.3 million units rolling off the production line. The Monza trim, especially in 1965, was a fan favorite, with over 88,000 sold that year alone. The second generation saw fewer cars built, about 500,000, but introduced improvements in handling and styling, making it a favorite among collectors today. The Corvair's journey wasn't all smooth roads. Its innovative design drew criticism, especially from Ralph Nader's book Unsafe at Any Speed, which called out safety concerns with its handling. While later investigations cleared the Corvair of any major faults, the damage to its reputation was done. By 1969, Chevrolet discontinued the Corvair, with the shadow of controversy overshadowing its potential. When it first hit the market, a Corvair cost around $2,000, roughly $18,000 in today's money. Nowadays, you can find well-preserved models selling for anywhere between $5,000 and $20,000, depending on their condition and rarity. Rare variants, or those with unique features, often fetch even higher prices at auctions, especially if they're well documented. The Corvair was a cultural icon. It appeared in movies and TV shows, and even Hollywood star Steve McQueen drove one. People loved its spacious interior and sporty handling, and it became a symbol of American experimentation in the 1960s. Though only about 10% of the original Corvairs remain today, the ones that do are cherished pieces of automotive history, keeping the spirit of this car alive. Number 18. Ford Model T. The Ford Model T was a movement that changed the way the world moved. Produced from 1908 to 1927, this iconic vehicle earned its nickname as the Tin Lizzie and became the first automobile truly accessible to the everyday American. Over nearly 2 decades, Ford churned out an incredible 15 million units, making it one of the most mass-produced cars in history. In 1923 alone, production hit its peak with over 2 million cars rolling off the assembly line. When it launched in 1908, the Model T had a price tag of $850, or around $25,500 of today's dollars. While that was already considered affordable for its time, Henry Ford's innovative assembly line slashed production costs dramatically. By 1925, you could buy a brand new Model T for as little as $300. That's around $5,150 today. This pricing made car ownership possible for millions of Americans, with the Model T accounting for up to 40% of all cars sold in the US at its peak. The Model T's design was straightforward, but highly functional. Its 20-horsepower engine could hit a top speed of around 45 miles per hour, and it offered a decent fuel economy of 21 miles per gallon, a respectable figure even by today's standards. It wasn't flashy or luxurious, but it was tough, reliable, and easy to repair, which was exactly what people needed during those times. You see, the Model T was about freedom. It democratized travel, allowing people to live further from their workplaces and explore places they never could before. Its cultural significance cemented its legacy, appearing in films, books, and as a favorite among early 20th century American families. Today, around 500,000 Model T units are believed to survive, making it a prized collector's item. It remains proof of Henry Ford's vision of affordable mobility and stands as a crucial chapter in automotive history. A car that truly brought the world closer together. Number 17. The Plymouth Prowler. The Plymouth Prowler, later rebadged as the Chrysler Prowler, is one of the boldest and most daring designs to roll off an assembly line. Produced between 1997 and 2002, this retro-styled roadster was Chrysler's nod to the 1930s hot rod culture. With only 11,702 units ever made, 8,532 under the Plymouth badge, and 3,170 as Chrysler models, it's a rare find in today's sports car market. The Prowler's production wasn't continuous. It came in bursts. In 1997, only 457 units were built, making the first year especially rare. Production ramped up in 1999 with 3,921 units, and slowed down significantly, with just 1,436 units made in its final year, 2002. With an estimated 5,000 to 7,000 still existing, spotting one on the road feels like seeing a unicorn. Originally priced at $39,000, the Prowler's value on the collector market varies. Well-maintained models typically sell for $25,000 to $40,000, though pristine examples have fetched as much as $132,000 at auction. Its lightweight aluminum body and open-wheel front end make it look like nothing else on the road. The interior was minimalist, but included comforts like leather seats and a decent audio system. Chrysler even left room for customization, allowing owners to add their own flair. But what was under the hood? Well, under the hood was a 3.5-liter V6 engine, initially producing 214 horsepower, later upgraded to 253 horsepower. While it wasn't the fastest car in its class, the Prowler delivered a spirited drive thanks to its lightweight build and sharp handling. It was more about style and cruising than breaking speed records. The Prowler wasn't a commercial success, but it left a lasting impression. It symbolized Chrysler's willingness to take risks in an era when car design often played it safe. Whether you're an enthusiast or collector, owning a Prowler is a bold statement of individuality. Number 16. The Chrysler ME412. The Chrysler ME412 is one of the most ambitious concept cars ever built, showing Chrysler's engineering ambitions in the early 2000s. Unveiled at the 2004 North American International Auto Show, it was Chrysler's answer to the supercar craze, aiming to rival legends like the Bugatti Veyron. Only 2 units of the ME412 were ever created. One was a static showpiece, and the other was a fully functional prototype built for performance testing. Despite its jaw-dropping specs, the ME412 never entered production. Financial challenges at Chrysler and its strained relationship with Mercedes-Benz, its parent company at the time, left this supercar as a fleeting dream. Today, it's believed only one fully functional prototype exists, making it one of the rarest cars in history. When it was introduced, the estimated price for the ME412 was a cool $500,000, which would translate to around $700,000 today. Its current market value is hard to pin down due to its extreme rarity, but experts believe it could fetch over $1 million if ever sold. Concept cars of this caliber, especially those with such groundbreaking designs, often command astronomical sums at auctions. Under the hood was an engineering marvel, a quad turbocharged 6-liter V12 engine delivering an astounding 850 horsepower. Paired with a carbon fiber body and lightweight aluminum honeycomb chassis, this beast boasted a top speed of 248 miles per hour. Its power-to-weight ratio was exceptional, promising blistering acceleration and track performance. The design was sleek, aggressive, and futuristic, combining speed in every curve. But what makes it such an iconic car despite never reaching production? Well, the ME412 may never have made it to the streets, but its impact on car culture is undeniable. It appeared in popular video games like Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, cementing its status as a dream machine for car enthusiasts. Chrysler's daring venture into the world of hypercars left an indelible mark, proving that even fleeting concepts can inspire awe. Though impractical for daily use, the ME412 wasn't about practicality. It was about pushing boundaries. A rare gem, it remains a symbol of Chrysler's audacious ambition to challenge the best in the world. Number 15. The Cadillac 16. The Cadillac 16 is one of those concept cars that automotive enthusiasts still talk about, even years after its debut. Unveiled at the 2003 Detroit Auto Show, it was Cadillac's bold statement on luxury and cutting-edge technology. A car that captured the essence of what Cadillac could achieve when it pushed the limits of design and engineering. Only one unit of the Cadillac 16 was ever made, which makes it incredibly rare. As a concept car, it was never meant for mass production. Instead, it was a prototype meant to showcase Cadillac's vision for the future of luxury vehicles. This car remained a one-off creation, with no further iterations made after its introduction. It's not just rare, it's a unique piece of automotive history, the sole prototype standing as a symbol of Cadillac's ambitious ideals. At the time of its debut, the Cadillac 16 was estimated to cost around $200,000, $300,000 today when adjusted for inflation. However, as a rare collector's item, its value can now range anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million, depending on demand and interest. While there aren't many auction records for the 16, concept cars like this are always highly coveted by collectors, so the price could easily rise given its scarcity. Under the hood, the 16 was powered by a groundbreaking 13.6-liter V16 engine that generated an impressive 1,000 horsepower, making it a true powerhouse. This engine also featured displacement on demand, which allowed the car to operate on fewer cylinders when driving under lighter loads, improving fuel efficiency. The car's design was modern and bold, combining Cadillac's classic luxury with futuristic elements. It was featured on shows like Top Gear, where its design and engineering were praised for pushing the envelope of what was possible in the automotive world. It captured the imagination of anyone who saw it, representing a peak in American luxury and design. Inside, it had leather upholstery, polished wood accents, and even a Bulgari clock on the dashboard, elements designed to elevate the ownership experience. While the car was never intended for regular use, it gave a glimpse into the kind of luxury Cadillac could offer at its finest. The Cadillac 16's legacy continues to influence the brand today, with some design elements seen in later models like the CTS. Its impact is still felt, and Cadillac has even hinted at producing limited runs inspired by the 16's bold design. This concept car may never have hit the streets, but it remains an influential part of Cadillac's future plans, representing the high watermark of American automotive engineering. Number 14. The Buick Centurion. The Buick Centurion was a bold and luxurious full-size car produced by General Motors from 1971 to 1973. Known for its striking design and solid performance, the Centurion quickly made its mark as a well-regarded model in Buick's lineup, even though it was not a limited production vehicle. Around 125,000 Centurions were built across 3 years, with production spanning from 1971 to 1973. For example, in 1972, Buick produced 36,165 units, which included 2,396 convertibles and 19,582 hardtop sedans. The following year, 44,976 units were manufactured. Although not a rare model at the time, the Centurion's unique design and features have helped it become a collector's favorite today. While the exact number of surviving models is hard to pinpoint, several thousand are believed to still be around, thanks to enthusiast efforts to preserve them. When the Buick Centurion was first released, it carried a price tag ranging from $4,000 to $5,000, which would be about $25,000 to $31,000 today when adjusted for inflation. Despite being relatively affordable back then, today's well-maintained Centurions can fetch between $10,000 and $20,000 depending on condition. Some models even have been sold at auction for higher amounts, especially those in excellent condition or with rare features. Speaking of design, the Centurion had a sleek and stylish one, with long, sweeping lines and a distinctive long hood and short deck look. It came in several body styles, including coupe and convertible options, and featured luxury touches such as leather upholstery and advanced dashboard technology that was peak at the time. Under the hood, the Centurion was equipped with a V8 engine, ranging from 350 to 455 cubic inches, and offered horsepower ratings as high as 370. This gave the Centurion plenty of power, making it a solid performer in its class. Whether cruising down the highway or cruising through town, it delivered a smooth, powerful ride. The Buick Centurion was part of a design wave that defined the 1970s American automobile style. Its distinctive sweep spear chrome trim was a reminder of earlier Buicks, giving it a classic look that still resonates with car lovers today. It has appeared in various forms of media, helping solidify its place in pop culture. Centurion owners rave about the car's comfort, from its spacious interior to its smooth ride. While the car is generally reliable, vintage vehicles like the Centurion are prone to quirks. Fortunately, there's ample room for customization, with plenty of aftermarket options or factory modifications available for owners wanting to make their ride their own. As interest in vintage American cars continues to grow, the Buick Centurion's value is expected to appreciate. With its blend of style, performance, and historical significance, the Centurion is quickly becoming a highly desirable collector's car, and its value is likely to keep climbing. Whether you're a classic car enthusiast or just someone who appreciates a well-built, iconic ride, the Centurion stands as proof of Buick's golden era. Number 13. The Tucker 48. The Tucker 48, also known as the Tucker Torpedo, is one of the most iconic and rare automobiles in American history, created by Preston Tucker. It represents a bold vision of the future, though its story is steeped in controversy and legal battles. Only 51 units of the Tucker 48 were ever made between 1947 and 1948, including prototypes. The limited production is what makes the Tucker 48 such a rare collector's item today. The company faced bankruptcy due to negative publicity and legal troubles, even though Tucker was eventually acquitted of any wrongdoing. Despite the company's downfall, 47 of the original 51 cars are believed to still exist. These cars, all hand-built in Chicago, are now some of the most coveted automobiles by collectors worldwide. When it first hit the market, the Tucker 48 was priced at around $2,450, which is equivalent to $30,000 today when adjusted for inflation. But in today's market, the value of a Tucker 48 has skyrocketed, with these vehicles fetching between $1 million and $2 million. Some well-preserved or historically significant models have even been known to reach over $3 million at high-profile auctions. The Tucker 48 was a statement. The car boasted groundbreaking features for its time, like the rear-mounted flat-six engine and the Cyclops Eye headlight, which rotated with the steering wheel to improve night driving visibility. Its aerodynamic body was also way ahead of its time, and safety innovations such as a pop-out windshield showcased Preston Tucker's forward-thinking mindset. The Tucker 48 was designed to perform. With a top speed of 120 miles per hour and the ability to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 10 seconds, it was fast for its era. Weighing in at around 4,200 pounds, it was powered by advanced engineering techniques that were cutting edge for the time. The Tucker 48 was often called the car of tomorrow, thanks to its advanced safety and design features. It made its mark in popular culture, notably in the film Tucker, the Man in His Dream, which documented its fascinating journey. The car has had famous owners, with collectors and car enthusiasts recognizing its innovative spirit and its place in automotive history. Owning a Tucker 48 is more about the experience than practicality. With luxurious touches like leather interiors and tech ahead of its time, it's a car that speaks to automotive passion rather than daily driving. Known for being unusual, as many vintage cars are, it's a car that's better suited for collector enthusiasts who appreciate its historical significance, rather than those looking for reliability as a daily driver. With its limited availability, historical importance, and continued fascination with its design, the Tucker 48 is only set to increase in value. Number 12. The Chrysler Airflow. Built between 1934 and 1937, this car was a groundbreaking leap in design and engineering, a true game-changer during an era dominated by boxy, uninspired vehicles. The Airflow was one of the first cars to embrace the concept of aerodynamics, designing the body to slice through the air more smoothly. Chrysler engineers spent countless hours in wind tunnels, tweaking its streamlined shape. Imagine how bold this was during the Great Depression, a time when most car makers were just trying to stay afloat, let alone innovate. Its sleek, curvy design reduced air resistance and boosted performance, setting a fresh benchmark for style and functionality. Under the hood, the Airflow broke the mold again. Its engine was moved 18 inches forward compared to traditional cars, creating more cabin space. You could comfortably fit 3 adults side by side. No more squeezing in. This layout also dropped the car's center of gravity, giving it better handling and a smoother ride. Chrysler even coined a term for the experience: the floating ride. Cool, right? Now, here's the bittersweet part. Despite all its cutting-edge features, like a strong, unitized body structure that made it sturdier and safer, the airflow didn't click with buyers. Chrysler hoped to sell 35,000 units a year, but only managed about 12,000 in its first year. By 1937, it was game over, with fewer than 4,600 units produced that year. Even though it flopped commercially, the airflow left a legacy. Its innovative design inspired future cars to focus on aerodynamics and lighter materials. So while it wasn't a hit in its time, the airflow paved the way for modern automotive design. But while the Chrysler airflow set the stage for innovative design in the 1930s, the Oldsmobile Toronado took things a step further in the 60s, breaking new ground with its front-wheel drive layout. Number 11. The Oldsmobile Toronado. When General Motors rolled out the Toronado in 1966, it didn't just hit the road, it made waves. But why do you think it did? Well, it was the first American car in the post-war era to feature front-wheel drive. That might sound normal today, but back then, it was revolutionary. This setup not only improved traction, but also freed up space in the cabin by ditching the traditional drive shaft. The result? A flatter floor and a roomier interior. A big win for comfort. The Toronado was built on GM's semi-unibody E-body platform, which added stability and reduced vibration, making it smooth to drive. And speaking of driving, this car packed some serious muscle. Under the hood, it had a massive 425 cubic inch 7-liter rocket V8 engine that pushed out an impressive 385 horsepower and 475 pounds per foot of torque. Paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission, it could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 8 seconds. A real powerhouse for its time, even with front-wheel drive, which was unconventional for such a big engine. The Toronado managed to offer a composed driving experience. Sure, there was some understeer because of its weight, but for a car this innovative, that was a small trade-off. Now, let's talk style. The Toronado turned heads with its sleek fastback design and hidden headlights, futuristic touches that made it a standout. Inside, it was all about luxury, with space to comfortably seat 5 passengers. GM positioned it as a high-end coupe, and delivered on that promise. But despite its groundbreaking features and bold looks, the Toronado faced tough competition from cars like the Buick Riviera and Ford Thunderbird. These rivals were often lighter and more affordable, which made them easier to sell. Still, the Toronado's legacy is undeniable. It pushed boundaries and proved that front-wheel drive could handle serious power in a luxury package. A real icon of innovation, don't you think? Now, fast forward to the 21st century, and the Fisker Karma took innovation in a completely different direction, blending performance with eco-friendly technology. Number 10. The Fisker Karma. This was a sleek, high-performance hybrid sedan, built for those who cared about sustainability, but didn't want to compromise on style or performance. It arrived at a time when the automotive world was just starting to take sustainability seriously, and the Karma stood out as a bold, innovative choice. At the heart of the Fisker Karma is its advanced plug-in hybrid powertrain. It combines a gasoline engine with electric motors, producing over 400 horsepower. That means it doesn't just look fast, it is fast. With quick acceleration and the ability to navigate city streets or highways effortlessly, it delivers the same kind of excitement you'd expect from classic muscle cars, but with a modern, eco-friendly twist. And the cabin? Pure luxury. It's designed to comfortably seat 4 passengers, creating a cozy yet modern environment perfect for road trips with family or friends. The Karma's body is made from lightweight materials, which not only boosts fuel efficiency, but also enhances its handling. Whether you're cruising down scenic highways or taking on winding back roads, the Karma feels agile and responsive. It's the kind of car that makes every drive feel like an adventure, inviting you to explore what's around the corner. Customization is another highlight. Buyers can tailor their Karma to reflect their personality, from unique exterior colors to luxurious interior finishes. And while it's positioned as a luxury vehicle, the starting price of around $35,000 made it surprisingly competitive in its segment, appealing to those seeking something truly unique. The Fisker Karma combines hybrid technology, jaw-dropping aesthetics, and thrilling performance, offering a perfect blend of eco-consciousness and driving excitement. Whether you're an adventurer or a city driver, the Karma elevates every journey. Wouldn't you agree it's a glimpse into the future of driving? Now, moving from hybrid tech to raw power. The Equus Bass 770 reintroduced the spirit of muscle cars, offering a modern twist on classic American performance. Number 9. The Equus Bass 770. Built by Equus Automotive and launched in 2015, this American luxury muscle car is like a love letter to the classic rides of the 1960s and 70s. Its design screams retro cool, with a fastback silhouette that nods to legends like the Ford Mustang. But don't be fooled. This beauty isn't stuck in the past. It's packed with cutting-edge tech that makes it a beast on the road. But what powered it under the hood? Well, the heart of the Bass 770 is a supercharged 6.2-liter LS9 V8 engine. The same powerhouse found in the Corvette ZR1. It pushes out a jaw-dropping 640 horsepower and 605 pounds per foot of torque. Translation? This car rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a blistering 3.4 seconds and can top 200 miles per hour. A 6-speed rear-mounted dual-clutch transmission ensures lightning-fast gear changes, giving you both speed and precision. Now let's talk about what makes this car a marvel of engineering. The chassis is made from lightweight aluminum and reinforced with carbon fiber, keeping it strong yet agile. The sleek body is all about muscle and sophistication, featuring bold lines, LED lighting, and an unmistakable presence. Step inside, and you're greeted with a cabin that beautifully blends vintage charm with modern convenience. Think leather-wrapped interiors, a touchscreen infotainment system, GPS, and USB connectivity. Driving the Bass 770 is an experience like no other. With magnetic selective ride control and high-performance Brembo brakes, it handles like a dream. Whether you're cruising through city streets or pushing it to its limits on an open road, this car delivers comfort, agility, and sheer thrill. What's even cooler? You can make it your own. Equus offers tons of customization options, letting you tailor everything from the paint job to the interior details. But while the Bass 770 roared down highways, the Vanderhall Venice offered a more relaxed, open-air driving experience with its unique design and sporty appeal. Number 8. The Vanderhall Venice. If you've ever wanted a ride that feels like the perfect blend of modern tech and vintage charm, this one's got your name written all over it. Under the hood, or should I say, up front, you'll find a turbocharged 1.5-liter inline 4-cylinder engine. With 194 horsepower and 203 pounds per foot of torque, this little beast packs enough punch to keep your adrenaline pumping. The 6-speed automatic transmission comes with adaptive shift controls, meaning it's smart enough to adjust for both spirited drives and those laid-back cruises. It's fast, fun, and surprisingly practical for something so unconventional. But let's talk style.